Hello and welcome to the Pretty Good Gaming Daily Triple, your no shit gaming news video. That's 3 news stories in one video with zero faff. Battlefield 5 has been a solid cash cow for Electronic Arts after having gone through multiple content updates, but that time is now coming to an end. Senior producer Ryan MacArthur published a blog post detailing DICE's plans for Battlefield 5's retirement. After the Into the Jungle update wraps up on April the 29th, which added a new map, new weapons and new gadgets, the game will enter its final update in June. This summer's season of content, if you can really call it that, will add a new update, weekly rewards and events, and activities. This update will not be classed as a new chapter, suggesting it will be much smaller in scale compared to the previous 6 chapter updates. It was later confirmed on Twitter that after this final update there will be no more additional weapons, maps, or any other content. Battlefield 5 has had a complicated life, even by modern AAA bullshit standards. For every good thing DICE and EA did for the game, they surely followed with another colossal cock-up. From the very first trailer, the game was mired in controversy as it featured a female soldier with a prosthetic arm fighting in the front line in World War II. No, not a fantasy version of World War II. The real one, the war that devastated our planet for 6 years. Things began to look up for the game as DICE introduced new content which peaked with the War in the Pacific chapter update. This added many much requested features and many thought it signaled a turning point for the game and its legacy going forward. Then, shortly before Christmas last year, they nerfed all the weapons in the game in an effort to make the game more accessible for newcomers but at the expense of loyal veterans. This wasn't even the first time DICE made this controversial alteration, and the whole fiasco got many players on Reddit pretty riled up. The game also added in a premium currency of microtransactions post-launch, known as Battlefield coins or boins, and that went down harder than the Titanic. Many of the game's items purchasable with boins can only be obtained by paying, and were not unlockable through gameplay. I swear, honestly, I'm trying not to just shit all over the game like I've had a bad curry, but it's hard not to when it's been through so many fuck-ups. If you want a more extensive breakdown of DICE's screw-ups, Reddit user Cruz DeSanga posted a full list to the Battlefield 5 subreddit titled "If you're going to buy Battlefield 6, don't forget." Within the 21 hours that the post has been up at the time of recording, it has amassed over 16,000 upvotes. Shutting down the content pipeline makes sense if you're about to launch a new entry in the franchise, but the next Battlefield game isn't actually coming until after April 2021. That means there is a whole year of no Battlefield content, and while that sounds great to me as I'll have one less reason to talk about this sort of garbage, that will most likely mean a lot of fans end up moving on to other things, potentially its rival Call of Duty or newcomer Valorant. In the absence of Battlefield, EA plans to double down on its other franchises like Apex Legends and FIFA, so I guess those two are going to fill the bullshit void left by Battlefield. Are you disappointed that Battlefield 5 isn't going out with a bang, or has it been on life support for far too long and it's finally time to cut the cord? Fortnite is this little indie game you probably haven't heard of, but one thing you may have heard of is Travis Scott, right? His name was new to me this morning, but apparently he's an American rapper with over 33 million monthly listeners on Spotify, so I guess you could say he's
kind of a big deal.
Last night, that little indie game no one's heard of played host to its latest live event, which featured a performance from Scott. Fortnite has held events like this in the past, with American DJ Marshmello performing live back in January 2019. Prior to Scott's performance, players could see the construction of a stage in the Sweaty Sands beach area, which was built over a few days. During the build-up to the show, a huge planet-like object approached the map before destroying everything to begin the performance. The show involved everything from a giant version of Scott stomping around to the whole map being submerged in water as the visuals changed to match each song. The set was only 15 minutes long, but if you miss that time slot, there will be other opportunities to catch the show another 4 more times, unlike Marshmello's one-off performance. Marshmello's event drew in more than 10 million viewers, but due to Scott's more elaborate performance and being a more popular artist, this new event has potential to exceed even that. Fortnite's seminal The End event from October last year amassed 7 million views, so it's not exactly a stranger to huge events, so I'd expect Scott's performance to have brought in some serious numbers. While I was recording this, the story broke that he actually had 12 million viewers for his first concert, and the total figure is only going to grow even higher as the show repeats. While he's not an artist I care or really know anything about, I do think events like this are actually pretty cool, and it helps transcend gaming to more than just an entertainment product. So what do you think? Did you like the show, or are you like me and have no idea who this guy is and will go back to your life not knowing who he is? And finally, after Battlefield pissed everyone off yet again, let's finish on a positive note. Frodo Baggins was best known for marching down to Mordor to destroy the One Ring, but he's about to be known for selling turnips from his island Driftwood. This doesn't take place in a new Lord of the Rings game, but instead in the world of Animal Crossing New Horizons. Twitter user directed by Ryan shared screenshots of a private message from Elijah Wood asking to visit their island to sell turnips, along with images of his character Elwood on their island. He even took the wholesomeness up a notch by calling her island beautiful. Twitter has absolutely loved this whole situation, and directed by Ryan's post has accrued over 530,000 likes at the time of recording. Animal Crossing may be just a kid's game, and there's nothing wrong with that, but this is probably my favourite gaming story of this garbage year so far. Forget sliding into DMs, Elijah Wood's about to slide into your island. Elijah, you are a cherished treasure, and I loved you in Harry Potter. And that's your lot for today. If you enjoyed this no shit format, go ahead and give the video a like to give it a boost. Hit subscribe and the bell if you want to stay up to date on all future installments. Toss a coin to your YouTuber over at patreon.com/prettygoodgaming. That's all for today. I've been Henry Cooper. Bye for now.